Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 26th day of December 2021, I'd like to welcome you over to the Google machine. I almost forgot where I was going, and actually share two terms with you that I'm going to be focusing on here today. Now, one of them, the first one is maintenance delays, and the second one here is material shortages going forward in 2022. And I believe that the United States Mint will not be spared. They will be just like the rest of us when it comes to shortages. Okay. Now, getting back to maintenance delays, and what does maintenance delay mean exactly? Well, let's put it in terms of car ownership. Okay. So what happens, let's say, if you neglect to change your brake pads or you delay changing your brake pads on your car, right? Well, a lot of bad things could happen. First of all, the brake pads are attached to what are essentially metal clamps, those are calipers, which will begin grinding against the rotor. And it makes a nice groove in it like the Grand Canyon, and it even makes a fantastic sound. This can cause the rotor to warp or even break. Second, the lack of brake pads means that the heat from the friction won't disperse correctly, which could cause the whole braking system to overheat and fail. That does not sound like a whole lot of fun, does it? No, it's not. It's exactly not a lot of fun. However, we could be seeing that here at the United States Mint. And here is my reasoning. Now, over here, United States Mint, going to go over here to the, bam, there it is. That is the American Silver Eagle 1 ounce silver proof coin out of West Point, New York. And right here at the bottom of, well, bottom right-hand side of the page, you'll see that the date says 2021, and kind of underneath the 2 and the 1 there, it has that missing read variation, right? And because of that, I imagine it might, well, not be your typical mint press or equipment that the mint normally would be accustomed to maintaining, right? I think that they would have to have a special company come in and maintain this equipment. And if you think about it, I mean, if these presses and these machines, these don't get maintained, then what? Do they have to be rescheduled? Do they go back to the type 1 read variation, right, where there's no missing read at all? And could this be why the United States Mint had rescheduled product 22EA, which I believe is the 2022 of this particular product here, the proof coin from West Point, New York? That could easily well be. I mean, I'm not saying that they're liars and saying that they had to, add more for enrollment. But what if the equipment isn't functioning properly, right? And let's face it, I don't believe that it is, not in my opinion anyway. And this is my opinion, and I'm definitely entitled to it. But I believe that when you put major amounts of stress on equipment that doesn't get properly maintained, it is going to break. Just like that example of the braking system I showed you. And that's a catastrophic failure. Now, I'm not saying the Mint is going through a catastrophic failure right now, but the increased likelihood that something could happen to this particular missing read variation thing, it could be a one-off deal right here, where maybe even a half year where they go back to the full reeded edge for 2022. Wouldn't that be something? And I think if that does happen, it would only probably be in the bullion, perhaps, and maybe the proof from San Francisco and the uncirculated, perhaps from West Point, New York. Now, I want to show you something here about the bullion, and this probably does lend a little bit more credibility to the argument I'm trying to make. Now, over here, it is the bullion sales for the 2021 American Silver Eagle, and these are the silver totals here. And you can see that in January of 2021, they had sold 4.775 million coins. Now, they probably minted these in December, right? We're in the end of December for 2021 now. And we have no sales listed for this time period that we're in right now, which means to me, the United States Mint has been busy minting the 2022 with the missing read variation coin. Now, because of that, they probably minted about 5 million of those particular strikes. And you can get those at JM Bullion, right? Or wherever. Oops, I probably shouldn't have done that. Didn't load the page proper. I was going to show you an American Silver Eagle, but it didn't load properly. But the point of it is that that number is probably going to be so great that it has put stress on the machines that make these particular coins. Now, is that why the United States Mint put that particular product? What is it? 22EA? Let me see if I can do that here. Control F, 22 EA. Yeah, there it is. On a to be determined. Maybe the machines have broke down and they are not functioning properly and they don't know when they're going to get fixed. Because really, is it an enrollment thing? Because they have no problem. Last time I checked, they have no problem cutting people off on enrollment at all, ever. So this definitely is starting to beg the question now that I'm a little bit further away from that initial day. I don't know really what to say, but I do know that they could easily mint 5 million 2022s already here in, or at least 2.5 million of them for maybe a 5 million total come January in sales. Not sure, but I'll tell you what, this coming year for 2022, I don't think we can be reactive at all. I think we have to be proactive this coming year and in order to take full advantage of what is coming out. We have to think about it before it happens so that when it does happen, we already know how to feel about it. Because think about it, if I didn't bounce this idea off you today about the readed edge being taken away this year or maybe next year, I mean, would you, hey, that would be a major big deal and we'd all be blown away. But at least, like I said, if we think about it, we can wrap our head around it now and realize, wow, that would be something special when it does come around. So listen, folks, I want to thank you for watching so far. I want to take you to my +1 right now. And if you're able to wrap your head around the idea that the United States Mint is going to be having some challenging year for 2022, well, welcome to the party. Because I believe so too. I really do. And like I said, this is all opportunity for us. It really is. Don't think of it as a bad thing because it's all perspective. And thinking of perspective, yes, there's the little engine that could. And I want to remind you that it's a story. It's a helpful story at that. And it's a reminder of the importance of perspective and optimism. Because whether you think you can or can't, you're right. And wouldn't you rather think that you can, right? Anyway, folks, listen, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.